So that great initiative that they have started or that's been in place in the KZN region continues on a Sunday. It is honoring their long-serving staff, and each race will be named after one member or a couple of members. And in the case of race number 2, it is in Nhlanhla Ndlovu and Mark Schultz, and it is over the 1,200 meters of B stakes. But before we even get to the race itself, it's a great pleasure to welcome Len Mayu. We haven't worked together, but I have had the pleasure of listening to the man, and he certainly knows his onions. And hopefully, I'm not going to change that with my being around for a little while. It is looking ahead to your input, Len. And first of all, I must introduce myself. Good morning to you, and welcome.
Good morning, Cecil. Nice to see you back in the saddle after your retirement recently, but nice to be working with you.
Yes, indeed. Just keeping the chair warm up for the regular denizen of this chair. He'll be back soon. And of course, big shoes to fill. But let's see what we can do. Race number 2, as mentioned, a B stakes over the 1,200 meters. Very competitive start and interesting. Rainbow Reward now trained by Comrade Naidu under different ownership. And you've got the renewal of rivalries, 6 that is convocation, and the 7 license to thrill. And Inform Soho Star. How do we play this?
Yes, Cecil, it's a very small but very competitive field. You've got the likes of Soho Star, the improving 3-year-old who loves the course and distance. Then you've got Rainbow Reward, who's had got very good, consistent half-felt form. Convocation ran a very good race last time over the course and distance and should hold license to thrill at the weights on that performance. The 5 RC Blast runs Friday night, so I'm not quite sure if he will run. Quandary flopped last time, but he is clearly better than that run, and he's one that you can't really exclude. And then also number 8, Mojo Man, who relocates from the Cape and has joined the powerful De Kock yard. So he also deserves utmost respect. So all in all, a pretty tough race. And so for the bipod, I've actually loaded up with five of the runners, 1, 4, 5, 6, and 8.
My thought process was actually even going the field, so you've made me feel better there. So that is the story of an 8-runner field to start the bipod race 2. Okay, so we move on to race number 3. Paula Mendes and Pam Govender, 30-year veterans of service to the industry. This is over the 1,000 meters, a maiden plate. And looking at the betting to race number 3, we're looking at Gorgeous Bomb after wonderful debuts at 13 to 20. The 2 one-armed Bandit is at 5 to 2. 8-1 the 6, the Quincy Tyler, first timer in the colors of Mrs. Mary Liney. And then the 5, Galactic Love. That is at 9 to 1, 12 to 1, and better bar those. There is that first timer, number 10, Stan the Man, and also Quincy Town, as mentioned, is also a first timer. But Gorgeous Bomb, if repeating that last run, are you happy enough to bank her, or basically you think there could be a sneak in the form of the Inform Paul Lafferty runner?
No, Cecil, I think she's probably the best bet on the card. She was very stiff to get beaten first time out when she looked to have the race in the bag, and Abaddon flew up out of nowhere to grab her in the last stride, and incidentally Abaddon came out and won again. So the form is extremely strong, and it'll take a really good first timer to beat her here.
Okay. All right, so that is number 9, a Gorgeous Bomb, race number 3. Race number 4 is named in honor of Pravashini Govender and Tracy Verasamy, again, a 30-year veterans of the industry. Well done to them. Much appreciated indeed. 1,400 meters a trip, 11 runners to face up. And looking at the current betting guide, 3 to 1 is the 2, Rani Tarabai. Number 4, Zena Rose is at 4 to 1. 4 to 1 is the 11, Nautical Landing. Number 8, Skipper O'Malley is at 11 to 2. Skipper O'Malley, rather. It is 7 to 1 and better by those. Just talking about the 8, Skipper O'Malley. Well, on Thursday, we did see Gavin Larena very, very fluid indeed. Really did sound like he was out for the count, but still managed to achieve a couple of wins the time I saw it. Friday, I don't believe he rides at Greyville. but hopefully he's fit enough for Sunday. Right, Mr. Len, how do we go about race number 4? A couple of form lines correspond here. The 2 Ranitarabai, the 4 Zena Rose, and the 7 Takatatalvi. As well as the 10 Predator Surprise, all met last time out, and coming out best of all was the Zena Rose, who actually nearly won the race.
Yes, Cecil. There was a lot of them finished close together, so it's difficult to try and separate them. Possibly seen Zena Rose best of those of the last run, but I'm siding with Paul Gadsby trained horse Roy's Grace. The distance, she was only just touched off by the odds-on favourite that day, Zalta Star, and this seems to be her right distance. So, despite a slightly wide draw of 9, I still think she'll run a big race. But yes, I've included 4 runners in the bipot, as well as in the pick 6. Rani Tarabi, who ran a good race last time, but's having a second run after a rest. I'm not quite sure how that's going to affect her. Zena Rose. Roy's Grace, and the 11 horse Nautical Landing, who didn't seem to act on the poly last time, so give her another chance.
Okay, so that is the way of race 4, the first leg of the pick 6. Have those pick 6 on by 10 minutes to 2, and as you heard, 4 runners should see us through that first leg at Hollywood Bet Scottsville. Okay, on to the jackpots. The first of those 2 jackpots gets underway with the race number 5, Alan Gray, who has served 35 years in the industry. It's over the 1,400 meters of class 4, and favourite is the 7, Burning Man, in good form, and Rachel Fennico seems to get a good tune out of Burning Man. Retains the ride as at 3-1. Number 9, and that is at 9-2. Give Me the Good Life. The 12, Agrados at 11-2, 17-2. The 2 Kings Island. It's 10-1 and better bar those. Well, Burning Man certainly comes in rude health. 2 runs back over course and distance, was a runaway winner. And then on the poly track, wasn't disgraced behind a Notable. Your thoughts on Burning Man now making it 2 wins out of 3 in the last 3 outings?
Cecil, look, I make it an open contest, but he's very versatile, Burning Man. I mean, he's won over 14, he's won over 19, and we can expect another decent run from him. Then number 6, Magna Magic, ran below expectations last time, but he won his maiden over the course and distance extremely well, and I think we've got to try and just ignore that last run and put him into the calculations. As I say, a tricky race. I've included 4 horses for the place accumulator and 5 horses for the bipot there.
Okay, that is race number 5, and that is the 7 Burning Man, looking to retain a very good form under the urgings of Rachel Fennico. Another 35-year-old veteran has the race 6 named after them. This is Naresh Babal. It's over the 1,400 once again. And favoritism in a race number 6, that is going to be Warrior Royale, and that is at 7-2. Warrior Royale is the saddlecloth number 9, Mike Miller. And Tristan Gordon have certainly formed a potent partnership. The market rival is the consistent number 2, Bevy's Delight. Now, let's hope Gavin is well enough to ride, but if not, a very good ride goes begging there. That is at 11-2. 6-1 about the 7, Magical View. Number 3, Perilla, is at 7-1. 8s and better bar those. So, Warrior Royal is looking to make it 3 wins from only 6 career starts. Tristan Gordon on the 3-year-old daughter of Vercingetorix. Bevy's Delight, 3-time winner from 19 outings. Hopefully Gavin is fit to ride. Is it a 2-horse race, Len?
No, Cecil. I just don't understand how the betting is as it is. The bookmakers have priced up Warrior Royal at 7-2. Bevy's Delight at 11-2. Now, Bevy's Delight beat Warrior Royal by a length, just over a length the last time they met, giving her 6 kilos. On Sunday, she's giving her 4.5 kilos. So I don't understand how they've got the bet. To me, they've got the betting the wrong way around. I think Bevy's Delight back over the 1400 is going to be extremely hard to beat. So I'm actually going for a flat out Bevy's Delight bankering in my perms.
Take note of the handicapping there, as pointed out by Len Mayhew. And of course, once you talk about the turnaround in weights and the last meeting, you've got the 3 Perilou, who's also in that same race, who retains the same weight arrangement and is actually 2.5 kgs better off than the favorite number 9, Warrior Royal. That is race number 6. Now we get on to race number 7, and this is in honor of Thandi Bengu, who has served the industry for 35 years. It's over the 1750 and making a return to the track when last seen was here at Turpentine, contesting the Summer Cup at 2024 and not disgraced at all, 4 lengths behind the winner then, Atticus Finch. We talk of Cape Eagle. That is the one that tops the boards, and rightly so, is currently showing at 5-2. Number 8, Miss Platina, is at 3-1, 33-10 about the 2 View of the World. Number 6, Positive Attitude, is at 9-2, 17-2, and better bar those quoted runners. Well, that form line from the Summer Cup, 2 direct winners, and they are in the form of Main Defender and Barbaresca, no slouches whatsoever. But a good run, 4 lengths behind Atticus Finch. Where do you place Cape Eagle in your pecking order for race number 7, Len?
Cecil, you said it. 4 lengths off Atticus Finch in the Summer Cup, to me, is good enough to beat a field of this caliber. I mean, really, he's the class act in the race. I know he's had a 3-month break, but he surely doesn't need to be at 100% peak fitness to win in this company. So, yes, he'll be very hard to beat as far as I'm concerned.
Thanks so much.
I did cover him in the jackpots, but that's just in case that he needs the run. But I really think he'll be hard to beat.
Okay, so that is a confident first choice, and form doesn't lie in this instance. The 3 Cape Eagle will be a clear first choice, but cover, I think, is the operative word there. If you've got bank in the pick 6, why not cover in any of your other bets? The pick 3, last pick 3 starts race 7. Well, at this juncture, we're recording on a Friday for Sunday racing at Hollywood Bets of Scottsville. We've only got 1 scratching, and that comes about in the form of race 8, and it's the reserve number 16, Streisand. That is a non. So that leaves us a field of the 15 declared runners. And the favorite is the 12, and that is Jean Dark at 4-1. Number 4, Ford Motion, is at 9-2. Number 3, Mr. J, is at 7-1. 8-1 is the 15, Sparkling Jubilee. Their 1 Sonata Samaritan is at 10-1. 5 Way to Burn is at 10-1. The 2 Radu, 11-1. The 8 Pour Some Sugar on Me, 11-1. And then the 14 Phasar is at 14-1. Now, you'll note, Len, I went too far down the betting because I think 14 Phasar can't be left out of any trifectas and quartets. I don't know how you see it. You're the man with the info and the man with the studying behind you. Where would you put Phasar in this race?
Cecil, I agree with you. She's definitely one of my top choices. But because all my fancies are drawn so badly, it's really thrown the race wide open. And we're actually starting to guess here because it's such a big field. So I would add as many as possible into your exotics, jackpots and pick 6s, even the PA. I mean, really, I've gone very wide in the PA. I put in something like 3, 6, 9, 8 horses. So, very difficult race.
I'm going to be taking that PA, by the way. I'll be taking that PA. I'm on your side. That is the PA, the penultimate leg, race number 8. Again, please put a line through number 16, Streisand. That will not be taking part in proceedings. Okay, so let's get to race number 9, and one of the more consistent performers anywhere around in the country is the 8 of Future Flow, who tops the boards in race number 9, and that is at 22-10. Rachel Vinegar for the Mace Roberts stable, bidding for win number 4. from 22 outings. Whistler's on Fire, the 1 is next best at 7-2. 6-1 is the number 6 at Trafalgar Square. 8-1, number 4, Phillies Feel, and the 5, Good Living, also at 8-1, 9-1, and a better bar those. Future Flow, this is a 4-year-old son of Futura that is certainly enjoying life at the moment. Comes back off a bit of a break, but that's no problem. 4 runs from the break. It's been a first, a second, and a third. Very consistent Future Flow. If we're in trouble, how do we get out of it with race number 9, Len?
Yes, Cecil, I agree with you. Future Flow is highly consistent. And I mean, Mace has tried him over all different distances, and now he seems to be doing his best over the sprints. Only concern for me is the 64 kilos. You know, it's quite a lot of weight to carry. I know it's only 1,000 meters, but still it is a hefty weight. Whereas you've got Whistler on Fire, brings good Cape form to the track. And despite the fact that he hasn't run since September, I still think he's going to be a big runner. Then you've got Trafalgar Square, who seems to have come back to his best. I noticed that Dennis Bosch took the blinkers off him last time, and he seems to have got back to his best form. And then the other runner that I thought had a bit of a chance is Good Living. I know he's only a maiden winner, but he's got a lot of pace with on him, and he's in a good space at the moment. So he should also be in the shake-up.
That is race number 9. Certainly consistency personified. 8, Future Flow, but 64 kgs. In fact, it was going to be 62.5 is certainly a cause for a concern. Whistler's on Fire, Good Living, Trafalgar Square. They've all got to be considered.